primetime potent, keep it entertaining. You already knowin', outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dogs, Viking Wolf, U.S. Assassin, doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not frontin'. That's how just a writer became a moral compass. This is primetime potent. This is primetime potent. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Happy Sunday. It's the LaPod Gods. Moral Compass Mark Bolton. Cowboy Phil McNulty. What's up, Cowboy?
Not much. Bringing the Sunday night heat.
That's what we're known for. We got Nicholas joining us in the chat. What's up, Nicholas?
What?
Good to see a reoccurring face. Nicholas has become a regular here.
Nice. Always glad to have more regulars here on the Pod Gods, a show by wrestling fans for wrestling fans.
Before we get into the wrestling talk, this has been a busy weekend for me. U.S. Assassin is closing this week, Phil. I didn't know if you were aware of that.
I've been keeping tabs on U.S. Assassin, so I knew it was ending. I didn't know if it was ending this week or next week, but
yep, it ends Tuesday night, technically Wednesday morning, but for the West Coast, Tuesday night. And we're at $33,294. There's a website that predicts, like they track campaigns and they predict what they're going to close at. This website has us closing at 38,000. What do you think? You're a betting man, Phil McNulty. What do you think?
Betting the over. I'm going 40.
Oh man, I would love to do 40. If we don't get there at closing, I think we'll get there in demand. I would really love to. This has been an amazing campaign. I didn't know what to expect really when we launched this. I've said it before. Book 2 did 12,000 after 60 days. And it closed when we closed down the in-demand store. We were at 16,000. So we've already doubled the last book. So that's a great trend. We're trending in the right direction, Phil.
Think about what U.S. Assassin Book 4 is going to be like. If you guys keep doubling, let's see what U.S. Assassin 4 is going to be.
Yeah, I'd like to go over this campaign a little bit since we're closing in 2 days. Phil, you pick. What trailer would you like to watch? The new one or the classic one?
I'm going to go with the classic one.
Yeah, good choice.
Good choice. You never go. Anytime I see the mercenary Flip Gordon, we got to rock it.
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
I'm the mercenary Flip Gordon. And I'm joining the U.S. Assassins team.
Yeah, this is U.S. Assassin. They bout the action, ready to make it happen. Yeah, this is the elite government task force. Whole team is official. What more could you ask for? Yeah, this is U.S. Assassin. You don't want drama. If they pull up, they blasting. Monsters of the Graveyard Shift. You ain't never seen a squad quite like this. We got Bazooka Dog, and he don't cut no slack. A dog with a giant bazooka on his back. Slither is a reptilian, alien. 3 snakes for a tongue. You don't want to mess with him. Sensei Steel, who is so mysterious. Martial artist and trainer. Switch with the kids. Zero Face is a bad guy turned good. The mercenary is a beast. Get it understood. Takeout is a fast shooter, fast draw. Kirby is the Lone Ranger, but she hits hard. Lieutenant Ray, second in command. Yes, indeed. Who's the brains of the team? A super ninja at the lead. Yeah, hey, this is U.S. Assassin. Yeah, this is U.S. Assassin. Let's go.
Can I tell you my favorite lyric in that?
Please do.
He's got three snakes for a tongue. You don't want to mess with him.
Yeah, man. That's my. You know what? You know who may want to mess with him?
Who?
I think he might be a ladies' man. We might have to explore that in Volume 4. Slither gets a girlfriend.
Oh, and she's one lucky lady.
Yeah. But yeah, let's give a shout out to Nicholas Gear, contributor 278. Thank you, Nicholas. Thanks so much. So U.S. Assassin, 2 days remain in the campaign. Let's go over some of the tiers. Hell, let's go over all of them, Phil.
Let's rock it.
We got the fan pack. This gets you Mike's cover to book 3, Matt Martin's cover, the black and white edition of the book, the collected edition, which combines volumes 1 and 2, and the Mercenary Bazooka Dog flip book, all for $125. If you had signed up for the mailing list, you would have got a link to get this for $100. All the individual books are available for $25. Mike's cover, that beautiful Matt Martin cover, the black and white edition with the Eric Weathers cover, the collected edition, which is volumes 1 and 2 with a new cover by Aaron Alfeche. Then the Mercenary Bazooka Dog flip book. That's going to have a nice foil cover. The Mercenary story contains Mike McMahon's best work of his career, I think. I can't recommend it more. It's fantastic. We have the photo cover featuring Flip Gordon. This has been a popular add-on, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I was a little disappointed seeing how it was selling, but then I checked the perk listings and saw that people were doing it as an add-on, which made me happy.
I got you. I was gonna say one claimed. Are you kidding me? And then I realized, I forgot. On when you do one of these Kickstarters, Indiegogos, you can just add it on. I'm sure people who probably previously pledged were just adding it to their cart. Especially Flip Gordon fans. Who wouldn't want that?
And it's a badass photo of him.
Yeah,
in his mercenary gear. All right, you can get Mike and Matt's cover to book 3 for $50. The book 3 and Mercenary flip book for $50. The collected edition and book 3, that'll give you the whole U.S. Assassin story for $50. If you had signed up for the mailing list, there was an early or a new reader link, and you could have got it for $40. That's 3 volumes for $40. I think it's the best deal going today.
Can't beat it.
Yep. Triple Threat, that's all 3 versions of book 3, $75. The Mercenary fan pack, which comes with the photo cover to book 3, the Mercenary Bazooka Dog flip book, and a signed print by Flip Gordon. I was there in person. Flip signed these at a Ring of Honor show for me. 4-pack. This is all 3 versions of book 3 and the collected edition for $100. If someone's interested in the first print set, we still have some first print sets of U.S. Assassin 1 and 2, and then you'll get the Mike McMahon cover to book 3. That's $125. The collector's case, that comes with all the books that we've shown you so far from this campaign, as well as a script book. It's my script to book 3, wrapped around this with this awesome Andrew Mangum cover wrapping around it. That'll be a foil cover as well. $250 comes with a Mike McMahon sketch as well, and a signed print by Flip Gordon. The Vault. This is a new tier I added. First printings of Graveyard Shift 1 and 2, Sea Dog 1 and 2, U.S. Assassin 1 through 3, and Viking Wolf 1. These are all the characters that you may need background on when reading this book. You can follow if you're a new reader. It's a straightforward story. But if you want all the info, you want to know the origins of these guys, you're going to need this. And I know what you're saying, Phil. This book's called U.S. Assassin Graveyard Shift. Well, why is Sea Dog and Viking Wolf books available in this? Well, you're going to have to read the book.
Uh-oh.
Spoilers.
Uh-oh. Plus, it's the first printing of Graveyard Shift. And you're getting some Viking Wolf action in there. You guys don't want the Poltonverse? Go claim the Vault.
Yeah. So 9 of those left, limited to 10. The Steel Force drawn in tier is sold out. So no need.
We knew it. Didn't we know that? When I saw the 500 price tag, I said to Mark, Mark, you sure changed it.
But 2 days left. This is some fantastic artwork by Mike, colors by Anthony George. You're getting all the battles. U.S. Assassin and Vlad. this is the main event right here. Slither and Mick the Monster Mayhew. But you also get Zero Face and Lilith, Lieutenant Wraith and Sea Urchin. This is my son's favorite page. This is an awesome splash page. This killer whale just coming out of the ice.
A true splash page.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll be here all day.
But yeah, definitely, if you haven't checked out US Assassin, please do. And this is the I think this is the image that just you see this, you're like, yeah, what the hell's going on? If you see this, you need to know what's going on. And yeah, Bazooka Dog shines a lot in this book. Besides getting his own flip book, he has a lot of great moments in the main book. So I'm really proud of this work. It's going to be exciting to wrap this up on Tuesday. Tuesday night, Mike and I will be on John Malin's channel at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then at 11 o'clock, we're going over to Michael Bancroft's channel. And we'll see. I don't know. Mike and I are both working men. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go until 3 a.m. I'll see how long I can go.
Oh, night long.
But now that is out of the way, Phil, let's talk some pro wrestling. What a big weekend for pro wrestling.
Can we talk about something real quick? We haven't covered AEW. We've had some of our finest shows in the last couple of weeks, and we haven't covered AEW. That's how good and bad WWE has been. More bad than good. But I'm glad to be talking about some AEW. What about yourself?
Yeah, me too. How about we talk Impact before we get into
Rocket.
AEW? That's the way it went this week because AEW was pushed back. What was going on Wednesday night?
Well, they're moving. They're going to be moving soon. I believe in December or January. They're going to be moving from TNT over to TBS because TNT signed a new contract with the NHL. So now they're going to have basketball and hockey every Wednesday night. It's either going to be a basketball game or a hockey game. And if it's not on Wednesday, it's going to be on Friday. So Rampage is going to get bumped. Dynamite's going to get bumped. And they said they may even have Thursday night games for basketball this year. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday would be basically blocked out on TNT. So all of AEW is going to be moving on TBS, and that's why they introduced the TBS title for the women.
That's fine with me. I grew up on wrestling on TBS, 8:05 Saturday morning, 6:05 Saturday night. So I am used to it, Phil. So Impact Wrestling this week, they're gearing up for Bound for Glory. We get a lot of matches set for the pay-per-view in this edition. We start off. I love Impact. They always start you off right in the ring. We got Triple Threat X Division Championship qualifier. El Phantasmo versus Rohit versus Willie Mack. They made the right call here. El Phantasmo advances to the finals. He goes to the pay-per-view. And I love how this pay-per-view match has shaped up. You know, for so long we have said, oh, it's the same guys in the X division. Rohit, Willie Mack. But this match is going to be El Phantasmo, our guy, Steve Macklin, and Trey Miguel. They got to put the belt on Steve Macklin.
Now, yes, I think so. Only because now that the X Division clause is back, right? You know he's gonna win it, and he's not dropping it, and he's gonna exercise that option.
Oh, you're calling it? He's gonna hold it for a year?
Yeah,
because I think you have to wait till Bound for Glory to cash in.
Yeah, I think he's gonna hold it for a year. I don't think. Wouldn't you want to protect Macklin at all costs at this point?
He's been the best new talent they've, I think, developed in. Man, I can't even remember the last big talent that they developed to this level.
Promos, gimmick, in-ring work. They haven't done it in such a long time, and Macklin's got it. Just ride the hot hand. Make him a champion for a year.
I would be all for that. He has one thing that a lot of wrestlers don't have, and that's believability.
Right.
Like when they did a great thing having him do a lot of squash matches
Mhm.
where he just brutalized the guys, especially with those elbows to the collarbone. I, and a lot of those times they look pretty realistic.
Those, when he beats you down in the corner, sometimes those knees to the chest, they seem a little snug, right? Right. Sometimes I feel like they're just gonna hit the chin. He's really good at what he does.
Yeah, no, I hope they put the belt on him and do the right thing. He's been fantastic ever since they debuted those promos.
Correct.
Then we go backstage with Gia Miller. She's talking with Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. They're talking about this battle royal they have coming up. The winner of that is the number 20 entrants in this gauntlet for the gold that they're doing, and the runner up ends up being the first entrant. So they're saying that they're gonna rig it so that they're the final two people, and then Madman's going to hop out of the ring so he can be number one and eliminate everyone, so Ace Austin can just come in at the end and win the gauntlet for the gold. We're going to see how that plays out for them later on. Then we go to match 2, Savannah Evans versus Lady Frost. Savannah Evans gets the win. I know they're trying to build her up.
Wrong choice. Choice. No, what are they doing does Lady Frost not have doesn't have a full-time contract with them? Is that the only reason why she's losing matches?
Yeah, she has such a presence. Like she has the it factor.
Right. Moveset, right? Really likable. Doesn't have to speak a word, and she's really likable. Her presentation is really cool. You can tell that she's worked on it herself. Oh man, after this match, I'm like, lady, we got 2 women's championships on AEW. Come on over.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problems with them trying to build up Savannah Evans. I mean, she's a monster compared to a lot of the women in Impact, but not at the expense of Lady Frost. She just has the it factor. She should be competing for the championship.
Agreed. I mean, we remember we saw her get squashed by Deonna Purrazzo, and we were like, wait a second. We thought that maybe she could get that sneaky win and then become number 1 contender since it was a non-title match. But so we've been on the Lady Frost bandwagon since the beginning. So let's hope they figure out what they got with her.
Yeah. Scott D'Amore, come on, man. Do the
You've
right
listened
thing.
to us before. Listen to us again.
After the match, Deonna Purrazzo comes out. She wants to make a deal. She wants Savannah Evans to be Mickie James's opponent because they're doing a pick your poison leading into the pay-per-view. So it's going to be Savannah Evans versus Mickie James next week. Savannah Evans agrees to it. Afterwards, we get a match. Afterwards, we get a backstage segment. Gia Miller is talking to the Knockouts tag team champions, Decay. Gail Kim comes out. She has a letter. They tell her to read what it says, and she just hands it over to Gia Miller to read it. And it's from the Inspiration, the Iconics, one would assume, and they're coming for the Knockout Tag Team championships. This is, we talked last week about the Iconics coming to Impact. I'm a little surprised. I thought they were AEW bound.
I think they know. Unfortunately, as bad as this may sound, I think they know their place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't necessarily have AEW's in-ring style, right? They don't necessarily have a tag team division. We know they work best as a tag team, so there's no tag team titles over in AEW. And they get lost in the shuffle. I mean, that women's division is so stacked right now. And they're going to have 2 singles titles. I think this is a good business for them. I think, I don't see them as AEW bound. I think only the connection's there because Shawn Spears is there. But I don't think she wrestles that. I don't think either of them wrestle that type of way, that type of style. And I think maybe they're just trying to work it to get back to WWE. in my opinion.
I think the Inspiration and Decay will be a great program, though.
I do.
Complete opposites. So character-wise,
Mhm.
it works great.
Yeah.
That's one thing you were saying. They don't have the
Mhm.
the same in-ring work as the AEW women, but they have character,
Right. Which Impact needs a lot of. If you're a high character, high gimmick, you are perfect for Impact. And I think Impact has to sort of realize that, because AEW is almost all in ring, right? WWE is almost all sports entertainment, right? And they try to get in the, oh, well, we do some wrestling good, right? They're split. And Impact needs to realize that they just got to be gimmick heavy. It's what made them work in the past. It's why Decay was over. It's why Wrestle House was over. You know, it's why some of their best work comes from high gimmick character.
Yeah. Next up, we get VSK with the Learning Tree versus Rich Swann. We had commented in the past how small VSK is, but against an opponent like Rich Swann, looks perfectly fine. Obviously, does not get the win. Rich Swann gets the win. What do you think? How do you like the addition of VSK to the whole Brian Myers Learning Tree act?
I think it's gonna be great, because I think he's gonna turn on Myers, and Myers will get a boost. And I think it's just something for Brian Myers to have in the meantime. I think it's a nice little addition, because it's gonna give how many times have we said that Brian Myers should be in the heavyweight title, right? He maybe should have been champion as well.
Yeah.
Let's face it. I was hoping he was going to take the belt off Christian, right? I now am hoping that he takes the belt from Josh Alexander. That would be hilarious. Just that Alexander prides himself on being the best professional wrestler, and Myers says he's the most professional wrestler. The story writes itself.
Yeah. I was thinking about Brian Myers and the Learning Tree. I'm getting some Raven and Raven's Flock vibes from it. What's his name is clearly Stevie Richards, Kenny Powers, whose name we keep forgetting.
Right.
Zicky Dice would be the meanie, and I guess that makes VSK Blue Nova a supernova.
Yeah. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, but I really anything with Brian Myers has been great in Impact. Next up is something I hate to talk about, but we got to address it. Swingers Palace is no more. Shut down. It was a sad. It was like one of those sitcoms, the last episode where everyone's leaving and then there's one person left to turn out the lights. That's what we got this week.
What do you think? What do you think their next gimmick is going to be? It feels like they need a new backstage storyline.
So I have a feeling the next round of tapings are going to be in Las Vegas. It's got to be something Vegas themed. Is Swinger going to try to open something up in Vegas?
That would be great if he's in Caesar's Palace and he realizes that, wait a second, maybe he can, or maybe he thinks that the whole funny thing would be is if he doesn't realize that Caesar's Palace is a thing and he just saw Swinger's Palace. So he feels like, wait a second, they're copyright infringement on my casino. And I think that would be hilarious.
Who knows? I mean, with Vegas being the location,
There's
maybe Swinger opens up a brothel or something.
Maybe a pawn shop.
Oh, that would be great. But how about the remaining Swingerella? She tells Swinger that she loves him, and he says one of the basic rules of wrestling: never fall for a rat.
Right.
Like that's so mean.
Swinger's the best when he's full on gimmick. When he's full on, boys in the back. Oh, you can't beat Johnny Swinger. Just gets it.
Yeah. No, I hope this isn't the end of Johnny Swinger. He has to be in Vegas. He's such a character.
Oh no, I think he's an Impact he's an Impact lifer, I would reckon.
I would hope so.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, it ends with Chris Sabin, the last man at Swingers Palace. Then we go to Scott D'Amore's office. He's with Heath.
Mhm.
He finally, after what, a year and a half, Heath finally
Yeah.
signs his Impact deal. He wants one condition. He wants Violent by Design in a tag match at Bound for Glory. He says Rhino's going to be his tag partner. Scott D'Amore isn't sure, but gives him his wish. So we're getting Heath and Rhino versus Violent by Design at BFG. This has been a story a year and a half in the making.
Nothing like long form storytelling.
Yeah.
Not like we asked
not
for
on
it.
purpose.
Not on purpose.
Oh, we got Johnny Cage in the chat. What's up, Johnny? He says, sup, so I heard Miro is feuding with God now. We'll address
We're
it.
gonna get that. Miro, remember we talked about Miro dropping the title and how bad it could have. Why did he do it? Now we know why, because the man can deal with anything. He is so good. He's gonna be on my wrestler talent rankings #1 every week, because title, no title, match, no match, the guy gets it.
Oh, we got Phil Diaz from Zaid Comics in the house. What's up, Phil? Thanks for joining us. All right, next up, match 4, Chris Bay versus Chris Sabin, Battle of the Chris's. Bay has a Bullet Club out with him, and he still doesn't get the win because Chris Sabin is like Impact royalty. You're not. This is NWO B team. This is Bullet Club B team with Hikalea and El Phantasmo. Although I will say Phantasmo is fantastic.
Did you think? I thought Bay was gonna win.
Yeah, no, I thought so too. But they treat Chris Sabin the way they should treat Eddie Edwards. They treat him like.
And I saw Alex Shelley's going to be wrestling at a WrestlePro, so I think he's probably going to be back for.
Alex Shelley's been wrestling for like a good month. Yeah. Why hasn't he been on Impact? Do you think there's some heat because he took time off?
No, I think I commend the guy. You know, he did it. He had to. He's got to take care of his home base first. You know.
Yeah. It would be fantastic if he showed up at these Las Vegas tapings.
That's what I'm thinking. I think this is the return, man, because we need the Guns back just to bring some life in this tag team division. Because once Shelley left,
the Good Brothers, the North, the Machine Guns. I mean, the Rascals. We had them. It was a competitive tag team division, and now it's like the Good Brothers aren't even on the show.
No. Do you think they have? They haven't upped it again with Impact. They're probably just floating around.
The last I heard, they said that they were still with Impact. So I don't know. I mean, Impact lets them do whatever they want. So
why not?
It's not a bad place to be, I guess.
They probably have to be in Las Vegas and do the whole thing, like right now, because Impact needs them.
Yeah. Next up, backstage segment with Trey Miguel talking about the 3-way for the X Division title, and Alex Zane shows up. Alex Zane's everywhere, Phil. GCW, Ring of Honor, and now he's with Impact. He's going to wrestle Trey Miguel next week. I hope, honestly, it's for a spot in this X Division match, because I'd like to see Alex Zane in there. Guy's fantastic wrestler. WWE's lost for letting him go.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to steal him from AEW, right? He was the real big guy. Oh my God, we're trying to steal him, and they cut him, and he's been doing great stuff in GCW. So why not?
Yeah. Now, match 5, the 20-man battle royal. We're not going to go through everyone, but this was men competing with women. We had Alicia Edwards in there. We had Rachel Ellering. Johnny Swinger was in there. The Undead Brides. We've been seeing a lot of Kimberly and Brandy Lauren, but no Undead Bride. We just had the Bridesmaids.
Do you know where she is?
No.
I feel like she probably hasn't re-signed, and they're just trying to get her re-signed for their next Vegas tapings
Yeah.
because it's been a lot of mentions of her, but Su Young hasn't been anywhere to be found.
Yeah. But anyway, it comes down to Chris. Who was it? Chris Sabin
and Morrissey.
and William Morris, W. Morrissey,
Mhm.
and Morrissey gets the victory. He's going to be the number 20 guy. Sabin's going to be the number 1 guy. Good spot for Morrissey to be in.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know who else is going to be in this. I think Brian Myers is going to be in it. Probably Matt Cardona. Pretty much anyone who doesn't have
Yeah.
a match is going to be in it.
Who do you got winning this match?
Man, I don't know. Tough call, but I mean, Morrissey's been here a while. It feels like he should get a title shot, especially maybe Josh Alexander's first
Defense.
Yeah.
I think Sabin's gonna be one, and I think he's gonna be there the entire time, and it's gonna be Morrissey and Sabin again, and Morrissey's gonna go over.
Yeah. Afterwards, we get a teaser. Minoru Suzuki is coming to Impact. He's going to be at the Vegas tapings. I'm over this guy.
he just
He loses every match.
Go whatever.
I guarantee
He'll win how many Impact matches? Over or under 2.5?
Oh, under.
Okay, I think he's gonna get. I think he'll get 3 wins. I'll go over the 2.5.
No, I say they bring him in. He loses to. I bet he gets a title shot, and Josh Alexander beats him, and I bet Eddie Edwards beats him.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. But I think he'll beat at least 2 jabrones. I think he'll beat Hernandez. He'll probably beat
Jake
Rohit.
something.
He'll beat Rohit Raju, and the third one is up in the air.
Yeah. Oh, so Jake something. He was in that battle royal. That's the first time we've seen him in what, 2 months after they gave him that little mini push.
They don't know what to do with Jake something. I feel like they want to keep him relevant, but they don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So that does it for Impact Wrestling this week. Overall, pretty decent show. I hate to see Swingers Palace go because that was one of the most fun things around. But I'm looking forward to hopefully they do something new with Johnny Swinger.
They just do great things. Impact has done great things from It feels like it's a new season every time they do go to a new location to do like a month plus of tapings. So I'm excited. I think they'll do some good stuff. I'm not worried about them.
The Pawn Stars idea would be great. He could just sell old Impact stuff, like Abyss's mask or something.
I think we're going to need an expert in this, and you can get every time he calls in an expert, it could be someone, a past TNA OG guy could come in. And
there you go.
Be like, well, I've wrestled against this mask before. Like Jeff Hardy's old belt would be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
What can I get for this?
Some aces and eights vests or something.
Yes, you can get a Bully Ray coming in trying to sell some of these.
Garrett Bischoff, that's who you're bringing.
Yes, hell yeah.
All right, so let's go on to AEW.
So AEW had a special Saturday edition because of being bumped by hockey, but the show opened up with Dante Martin versus Malachi Black, in which was a little bit longer. We know how I like my squash matches. I like them to be full-on squashes. Dante Martin got some offense in, and this is where I'm actually going to say, you know what? I'm okay with Dante Martin getting some offense in, because at the end, after he hits Black Mass, we see Malachi Black give like a head nod, that was a good match. Do you think this is the start of the double turn?
Yeah, I was going to say it. Yep. The fans are already behind Malachi Black, and they're already not behind Cody Rhodes. We're getting a double switch.
And Cody even said he feels like he disappoints the audience every time he gets booed.
Well, here's the thing. Cody's was a way better villain during the run. He was so hated.
This is gonna be Good. I'm excited. I love heel Cody. I
Yeah, no,
love it.
he's great. He should start
Mhm.
wearing the fur coat again and
Yes.
just, you know,
Become the
be,
American Nightmare like you were.
yeah. But hats off to Dante Martin. Great match by him. Um,
Mhm.
and selling the leg. When he came off, I thought he was coming off the rope a little
Mhm.
too much. I wanted to see him get hit with that kick when he was
Right.
coming off the rope. That would have been like
Agreed. That would have
Evan
been
Bourne getting hit with the RKO. That would have been epic.
just smack it. I'm with you.
Yeah.
So next up, we get the Inner Circle reunited. On a scale of meh, are you meh? Or are you meh?
I was the more happy man
Yeah.
because it was nice to see them back with
Mhm.
Santana and Ortiz, and Santana was fantastic on the mic.
Yeah, I think this is good. The Inner Circle needs something. They're really trying to get um,
America's top team
America.
over.
I mean, they're really trying to get Men of the Year over. Jericho said it that he's really trying to get Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page over on this. I just think that you
I don't
can't
think
get
Dan Lambert's the guy to do it.
right, and that was I was about to say. I think you nailed it right on the head, Mark. This is not the place for them to get over.
Yeah. Any chance Jake Hager turns and joins America's top team?
Yes, I think that's if no, I don't. I think he's too much of a cornerstone. He's more like the if I make a comparison, he's more like the X-Pac of Inner Circle. He'll be the last one to go, and
Yeah.
even when the Inner Circle's dispersed and they're no more, he'll still be the one wearing the Inner Circle gear like X-Pac was rocking the DX stuff.
You know what? I'm fine with that. I like Jake Hager as part of this as part of the group.
Agreed. But next up, we had the Lucha Brothers defending their AAA Tag Team Championship versus a masked tag team only known as close friends of Andrade El Idolo. Find out it's
Yeah.
FTR.
I thought this was a little weird.
I loved it. I loved it for how weird it was. This is Andrade needs to be this Black Mask type character because if he can be this sort of Spanish mafia mob boss that can get people to do hits for him and be successful. This is a character we haven't seen, and I'm really digging it. If you can get people just because you're friends to wreak havoc for others and bring the AAA Tag Team Championships to a company you're trying to represent, it's really good stuff.
Yeah. I heard reports throughout the week that it was going to be like Laredo Kid and someone. Do you think that fell through and they were like, oh, let's just throw FTR? Or do you think FTR was the plan all along?
I think FTR was probably the plan all along, just because the Pinnacle, we don't know ever. You know, we get a little callback. We get a little bit of callback to the Pinnacle later on, but they're just doing nothing. And FTR would just work great as a mouthpiece for Andrade. I think Ric Flair was supposed to come in, and I think the whole dark side of the ring sort of cost him that, and I think that's why FTR is there.
Did you hear the latest on Ric Flair?
No, fill me in.
He was at a fundraiser for Trump, who's trying to get Herschel Walker elected as governor.
Oh God.
Oh man, I'm fine with it, but Rick, if you're
Mhm.
trying to rehab your image, probably not the way to go.
No, not at all.
Johnny Cage says Jericho has Lambert playing the part of Cornette so he can beat him.
Mhm. Hey, why not? All for it.
Yeah, I didn't think of that, but yeah, Lambert and Cornette have the same views of AEW.
Mhm. All right. So next up, we get the guy that nobody wants. We get Wheeler Yuta versus John Moxley.
Man, this was a squash match, which I was happy to see.
Yeah,
Orange Cassidy looked disappointed in him.
let's talk for a second.
I almost thought like Orange Cassidy was going to do a heel turn, the way just his expression on his face.
Let's talk about this for a second. They have spent months, and God, we've suffered. We suffered through the months of Wheeler Yuta coming out with to the expense of Orange Cassidy. And this is the payoff. This is where the one time you needed a squash match to get some offense in.
Well, I think that that Eliminator tournament that's coming up, I was looking at the brackets, and it looks like Moxley and Orange Cassidy are going to face off. Is this like the beginning of some angle between the two of them?
I hope so. If this is a perfect time to make Moxley a heel.
Yeah.
This is the perfect time for Moxley to. How good would face Hangman champion be against heel Moxley? Those promos would. I mean, Hangman cuts a promo later on in the show that's so good, but man, a Moxley Hangman heel face promo would be so good.
Yeah, no. Mox's character, I think, needs something to freshen it up. So turn heel, man.
Yeah. So next up, we get the Dark Order versus the Super Click. So it's Evil Uno, Silver, and Reynolds with Adam Cole, Bebe, and the Young Bucks. This went like it was supposed to go.
Yeah, no. There were some great moments in this. Reynolds and Silver doing the kiss on Alex or Adam Cole's cheeks, or as they call him, Budge. Have you been watching BTE?
BTE, yes.
Yeah, classic Budge.
But this is, God, every time I see Adam Cole on AEW, this is you gotta start building. We gotta start building Adam Cole. Adam Cole versus Adam Page, don't we? That
could be the guy that takes the belt off him.
Just read my mind.
Yeah.
Just read my mind. He has to be. He has to be the guy who takes it off of him.
Yeah. And
the buckshot versus the last shot, it writes itself.
And I think we said it before, but between Punk and Bryan Danielson and now Adam Cole actually seems like the bigger star. The fans are really, I mean, Punk seems like a nostalgia act. Maybe it's just because of the opponents they put him against. He hasn't
very underwhelming. CM Punk's return is very underwhelming.
Yeah, like they made a big deal about him versus Matt Sydal, but Matt Sydal, I mean, I like Matt Sydal, but who has he beat? You know?
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Adam Cole has been a complete superstar since arriving.
Yeah, and they're he doesn't even have to be set up to be a star. He just is. So next up, Sting sends a message to MJF. What are you thinking with this? This is what I wanted to know. I wanted your take from this.
So I'm going to have to be honest with you, Phil. I didn't watch all of AEW. I haven't seen this part yet.
You didn't see it? All right. So MJF comes to the ring after insulting Miami, right? And he's talking about how, him and, your guys aren't going to get this match between Darby Allin and I and yada, yada, yada. And so MJF and Wardlow have the referee hostage, and then Sting comes out and he hits Wardlow with the baseball bat and he chases off MJF, and that's how they're continuing the Darby Allin versus MJF storyline.
I mean, yeah, it sounds okay.
It wasn't as bad as you would think it was. I just wanted to see your reaction on how you would feel Wardlow and Sting going facing off for a little bit.
I wouldn't mind it. I don't see Sting taking an L to anyone. Just because I feel like Tony Khan gives these legends the respect they deserve. Although Wardlow is a monster.
Oh, he is.
But one thing I did want to talk about, MJF said the 4 pillars of AEW are him, Darby, Jungle Boy, and Sammy. Agree or disagree? I think they're the 4 building blocks.
Yeah, I don't think they're the 4 horsemen, but they're definitely the 4. They're definitely the future of it. And I think those are your 4 building blocks.
Yeah, because you got Hangman, you got Adam Cole now.
Yeah, there's just we're getting to a point where we're now in AEW. There used to be no top card and no mid card. It felt like it was an entire card, and with the recent additions of Cole and Danielson and Punk, and now we're getting, and now Hangman's back. We're really separating ourselves, and I think Sammy Guevara. Nothing against Sammy, he's not there yet, and I think this is where it really shows you. Sammy holding the TNT title is why Miro lost it, because now Miro is going to go to this next level, to this upper echelon card, and Sammy's going to hold down this mid card. So I think that's why Sammy became champion, and that's why he's not on a horseman level, because those guys were main event, and he's just not there yet.
Yeah, no. When Miro comes back, I mean, once Miro gets started again, he's a main eventer, and I'm sure it's going to coincide with Lana appearing on AEW.
Right. It's time for Omega to drop the strap, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Without
look at the challengers Hangman's going to have. Miro, Moxley if he turns heel, Adam Cole. Man, those are 3 great programs right there.
And I'm hoping CM Punk turns heel.
Yeah.
To have the beer. Cody, yeah. They're so, normally it's the opposite. Normally you want a good face because you have so many, normally you want a good heel because there's so many good faces. AEW is the other way around. You want a good face champion because there's so many good heels.
Yeah.
But man, it's exciting. It feels like Attitude Era. There's just so many good stars that could be champion. So next we had a interview with Tony Schiavone and Adam Page, setting up his match for November 13th against Kenny Omega. And then he's saying he's now confident and he's no longer an anxious millennial cowboy. He's ready to do some cowboy shit.
Good. I didn't like the anxious millennial cowboy stuff.
No, and I think that was all just for him to. It's great they moved him out of the Dark Order, isn't it? That they sort of just he took some time off. We kind of transitioned out, but now it's main event time. It is Bryan Danielson versus Bobby Fish, in which Danielson picks up the win. But man, how about this?
Bobby Fish has been getting a lot of screen time on AEW. He had a match, what was it, on the buy-in against Lee Moriarty, and the week prior, a match against Sammy Guevara, and he's looked great in ring. Yeah,
I mean, he's gonna be in that mid-card TNT Championship level. It's a nice little.
Yeah, you know who I compare him a lot to? WCW Dean Malenko.
Yeah,
and Malenko was like cruiserweight / TV champion, and that's what I see. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to Bobby Fish having a title around his waist. I know it would probably be like maybe a short run with the TNT title. I don't know if they'll introduce a third men's title.
Right, and we're getting ready for and Danielson. He's probably going to win that tournament to get a shot at Omega's championship before November 13th. So we're getting a nice little. Danielson's going to pick up some wins while we know, it's almost like that Jericho Benoit. Danielson stuck in the Jericho and Benoit mix. Really credible, really talented, can be champion, but you just know there's sort of a buffer for Stone Cold and Triple H before The Rock comes back and takes the title. And that's where we're kind of at so far.
Do you think we're going to get Bobby Fish versus Adam Cole anytime soon?
Yeah. You know what? I think Bobby Fish I think we'll get Bobby Fish and Adam Cole be friends, and I think that's what's maybe will start Adam Cole to a face turn if him and Fish team up against the Bucks. Future storyline down the road.
Oh, we got OC Steve here. He says G1 final, Jeff Cobb versus Zack Saber Jr.
Who do you got winning, OC Steve? I would pick Cobb.
Yeah, I would go Cobb as well.
Nothing against Zack Saber Jr. It's just that I think Jeff Cobb needs it. I think he's on the cusp of stardom. Remember, he came in for AEW right before the pandemic hit.
Yeah, he was Jericho's like hired gun, right?
Right, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I would go with Cobb over Saber.
So check it out, Phil. I met up with Dex prior to going live. Look what he gave me.
Oh, nice.
That nice uncut sheet of AEW cards that he got from the New York Comic Con. But look, there's 2 of them.
Whoa.
He said they had a whole stack. He could have just took even more. I said, yeah, the day of the convention, they were selling for $50 on eBay. Now the price has gone down,
Right.
but they're like $15 now. And, I wanted to be a completist, so I needed these. So I'm very happy. And then earlier this morning, I was doing some grocery shopping at Walmart, and I got the Fiend.
Wait,
what a nice figure.
It's so funny that he was a top merch seller and they simply just cut him because they didn't know what to do with him. Did you read those latest reports?
Yeah.
They simply just didn't know what to do.
And I think that a bunch of Christmas Fiend merch is coming out soon.
Right.
It was so weird.
They just I've never seen a company so disorganized where they're just like, you know what? We'll let them go.
So Tony Khan says he has not talked to Bray Wyatt, but do you think he's talked?
Like he didn't? No, he
talked to Wyndham.
He didn't talk to Bray Wyatt, but he's talked to Wyndham Rotunda. Yeah. Let's face it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everyone has been clear. They've all said, you know what? Oh, he could be an Impact. He's not going to Impact. He's too big of a star for Impact. Impact can't afford his services. They can afford a Braun because that would fit their mold, but Wyndham is on a different level. This is AEW, and they said if he'd be back in WWE, it would have happened already. He's AEW bound. He's just got to wait out those 90 days. He didn't have his 60. He wasn't a free agent. He's just got to wait it out, another 30 days?
Yeah, I believe so. When he comes back, do you think he'll have any sort of gimmick like this or just be Wyndham Rotunda?
No, he'll have a gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he will be I think he'll take over the Dark Order.
Yeah.
I think it just makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. Absolutely. And it would be great because Dark Order has been very directionless for too long.
They really just need it.
Yeah. Anything else, Phil, before we wrap this episode up?
No, I think this is another good week for professional wrestling. Whether it be how bad WWE was this week and how good. Does it feel like Hangman is starting to get AEW back momentum rolling? Because it feels like we hit that full high and we couldn't get back to there. So we sort of dipped a little bit, and Rampage isn't helping their cause. So I think the return of Hangman is starting to bring it back.
Do you think Wyndham will have a Fiend-like character?
Yes, I think it will, but I don't think it will start out that way.
I think he'll appear like normal, and he'll be have a lot of charisma, and that'll draw the Dark Order in, and then he'll have this dark side that scares them and keeps them in line.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just one more reminder, guys. U.S. Assassin closes in 2 days. We're so close to unlocking the Sensei Steel trading card at $35,000. And then after that, I'm going to have to come up with something new. I have something that is being worked on right now that would be sort of a teaser to Volume 4. Maybe I'll offer that as a print I think that would get people excited, especially like the Lapod God fans here. Definitely sort of a little wrestling crossover related. So definitely check out US Assassin if you haven't. You'll see me and Mike McMahon in the next couple days promoting the book. But Phil, we'll be back Wednesday, right?
Yep, Wednesday for our WWE coverage.
Always a good time.
Always a good time. Get ready because Monday Night Raw is tomorrow, and we can always expect such a great, terrible show to really rip into.
Man, NXT's giving it a run for its money as far as terrible shows. But in the meantime, Phil, where can people find you at?
Find me on Instagram and the Twitter at AnimatedPhil. Etsy shop link down below.
And you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Coney Waves. Make sure you subscribe to Primetime Polton. Hit the notifications. Phil and I are here every Sunday and Wednesday talking wrestling. Lapod guys, we're going to have to find a new time for it because Thursdays just aren't working for me. I don't think they're working for you anymore with grad school.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out and we'll get the Best Friend show back. In the meantime, I've been putting up unboxing videos. Phil and we've been visiting toy stores. The first episode of Lapod God's Figure Hunt went up last week. Great video. We went to the House of Fun in Barrington, New Jersey. Definitely check it out if you haven't. We have
our next place lined up too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It looks like a great store. Thanks for joining us, guys, and we will see you on Wednesday.